different location. That's what...
Right. I can't control what the young woman typed in, but when I booked this thing, which I believe was on Hotwire on my phone, I indicated where it was going to be returned. When I talked to her, I indicated where it was going to be returned. So that the price that was quoted to me, the price that in good faith I believed I was going to pay was $148.65, and I'd given people all the information they needed to properly charge me, and now you're telling me it's more than double.
Well,
by a technicality. There's some technicality here that kind of was not brought to my attention.
Well, it's not a technicality, sir. This is a pretty big one, because when you return to a different location, there's always a drop charge.
Okay, and why wouldn't I have been informed of that? Why would that not be part of my estimate?
Well, the document that you signed indicated you were returning it to JFK. So if there was a discrepancy before you signed it, then we would have needed to correct it at that time.
So if I tell you one thing and you mistakenly charge me, you write it up wrong. And if you guys get it wrong more than once, I did it on Hotwire, which got me the reservation, and at the desk. So twice you were informed of my intentions and what I wanted. Then it's my fault that you didn't tell me the right price?
Well, sir, the information that you signed, it says that this is an estimate.
I get that, and I could ask, but seriously, when you go purchase something...
I'm sorry, I don't want to speak over you. I'll be quiet. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, an estimate, but it's more than double. You're asking me to pay more than double. And in the estimate, I took in good faith that this is, yes, what I'm going to be charged to rent the car for a day. So you're telling me that the estimate is pretty much worthless?
No, I'm not.
Sure you are, because it's inaccurate. It's inaccurate by half, more than half. 148 versus 339.53.
Okay, again, sir, this is the way that it works. When you're at the counter and you're about to take your vehicle, we provide you with the contract.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something wrong with the contract at that time, then we would expect you to bring it to our attention before you sign the contract.
I'm looking at here where it says that. Yeah, it's a little strip of paper that's really badly printed. I can have my glasses on here, and I'm in the office, and it's barely readable. Where would it say where I was going to return it?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at.
I'm looking. It's a strip of paper. It's about 2 inches wide and probably 2 feet long. That's what I have for a rental agreement. It's the only paperwork I was given.
Right. Okay, is that something you were given when you returned it?
No, it was point of rental.
Okay.
It says the rental location, so I see that, and it tells me my rate. And I'm looking for the place where, and this is what I signed. This is the thing that got signed electronically. I'm looking on here where it says where I would return it. I don't see that where it says it's going to be returned.
Okay. Do you see Rochester on there anywhere?
I don't.
Okay. So if you don't see Rochester on there anywhere, then we would assume that you're going to make the read.
All right. Just so I should inform you at this point, I am recording the call because I really was unfortunate, but I was concerned that this might go difficult like this. So now what you're telling me is I say to you, I would like to rent a car from New York. I'm driving to Rochester. You do your magic on the computer, you being Thrifty. I sign the agreement, which does not say Rochester. Now you're telling me not only did I agree to something, I told you twice what I was trying to do, what I wanted. The agreement now doesn't explicitly say Rochester or some street address in Rochester or anything. So now it's I'm being charged for a drop-off location. It doesn't tell me that on here. It doesn't even say, because it omits the fact that it says Rochester. I'm supposed to know that. I'm supposed to know that. I've told you what I want, and now it doesn't say that explicitly on here.
Sir, a drop charge is something that's mandatory. It's not something that we can negotiate. When you pick up a vehicle from one fleet of vehicles and it goes to a different fleet, there's a charge for that.
I returned it to a Thrifty location in Rochester, New York.
You picked it up from John F. Kennedy
Correct.
Airport. So you returned it someplace else. So there is a drop charge.
You said a different fleet. So what is the issue here?
John F. Kennedy has their fleet of vehicles. Rochester has their fleet of vehicles. So if you pick up a vehicle from one fleet and you return it to another, there is going to be a charge.
And I was never informed of that. I mean, there was never a mention that this would be this much money.
Okay, so when you returned the vehicle to Rochester, did they give you any paperwork?
Because your systems were unable to return the vehicle, I got a paper, handwritten return record.
Okay, did it have a price on it?
No. See, if this was an additional $25 or something like that, I get it. I would understand. I don't expect the thing that there's maybe an additional fee, I know, but it's changed from $148 to $340. It's almost $200 more. It's more than double what I expected to pay, and it doesn't seem like a reasonable business practice. It doesn't seem like a fair business practice that I can give you an estimate, quote estimate. I leave out the important details and I charge you that much more. I mean, I don't think that you would appreciate that if you were in that situation. I mean, it's certainly, you know, when you're reading those things on a credit card signing machine, you don't get to read every page of that agreement, understand every nuance of that agreement. Not only to mention because it omitted the fact that I was returning it to Rochester. It just omitted it. It didn't say you got if you return this someplace else, there's going to be this fleet charge.
You on a brief hold. 1 moment, please.
You got to be kidding me. I understand what you guys are trying to charge me. I don't think it's fair or right. So I guess we have that dispute. You guys want to charge. I could have rented it and brought it back to JFK for less than you're charging me for this drop charge. I mean, it doesn't seem right that there's this fee that you guys didn't tell me about that you get to throw on the end of the bill at the end and over more than double my charge. But you're just telling me that's the way it is.
Well, sir, when you signed for the vehicle,
it did, right?
At that point, it did not say anything about returning it to a different location, so that's why.
And how would I know that as a customer? How would I know your practices as a customer? It didn't, you're right, it didn't say anything special about returning it to another location. It didn't say if you go someplace else there will be an additional charge.
That's the exception. So again, the information that you signed off on, I can read it to you if I
No, I'm sure I gave you all kinds of rights and privileges and so forth by signing that.
No, so that's the thing, sir. It's not written in any type of code or anything like that. It's written out just...
Does it say in the agreement, which by the way scrolled by on a 3-inch screen, did it say if you return to another location you will be charged an additional $150 or whatever the fee was?
Once again, returning it to a different location is the exception.
Right, but it didn't say it in there. So you're telling me I signed an agreement that did not have this clause in it, but I should have known. If I work for Thrifty, I suppose I would know that. I don't.
To the responsibility of the renter at the time when you're picking up your vehicle, we expect our renters to read the contract that they're signing.
Okay, please read for me the part, because I'm recording this. Please read for me the part where it says I will be charged if I take it, drop it off at a different location.
As I just explained to you, sir, dropping it off at a different location other than when you picked it up is the exception.
And that's in the agreement? Could you read that portion of the agreement? Could you, because you were going to read me the agreement, could you?
Sir, I'm not going to continue to allow you to talk over me. Now, once again, I've already read this to you. There is a drop charge involved. I will not be refunding the drop charge. Is there anything else that I can help with?
Yes. Could you read me the portion of the agreement that says I will be charged an additional fee if I bring it to a different location?
No, I've already read the part that's pertinent to this particular situation that you and I are talking about. There is a drop charge. You signed an agreement saying you were going to return it to John F. Kennedy, which is where you picked it up. So when you made the decision...
It does not say that on my agreement. It does not say the place where it's going to be returned to.
So is there anything else I can help with? I will not be refunding the drop charge.
Well, I think that you've really helped me understand where Thrifty stands as a business, and that's been very helpful, so I know what to expect.
We're sorry that you feel that way, sir, but there is a charge when you return the vehicle to a different place.
Thank you for all your help today.
My pleasure, sir. Enjoy your day.